Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Welcome to lesson 19. This is our last official lesson of teaching, and I couldn't think of anything better to teach you than comparisons. Let's take a look. So what do we mean when we say comparisons? Well, let's take a look at English. In English, we could say that Ahmad is big, to start off with. But to compare with Bilal, we might say Ahmad is bigger than Bilal. And the superlative case, or the maximum case, we'd say Ahmad is the biggest. Now, how did this work in Arabic? The word for big in Arabic is kabir. So, Ahmad is big would become Ahmadu kabirun. To become a comparative form, we take our adjective and we add an alif hamza with a fath at the beginning and change the first syllable to become sakin. Ahmadu akbaru, and we also add the word min after when we're making a comparison with something else. Ahmadu akbaru min Bilalin. If we had just stopped after akbaru, that just means Ahmad is bigger, but we're not comparing explicitly to something else. We're just putting it into comparison form. Finally, the superlative form, Ahmadu al-akbaru. By adding the al in front of the akbar, now it becomes the most big, or the biggest. By the way, all of these apply for masculine comparative forms. I'm not including feminine because those are much less common in the Qur'an. So here are some of the most common occurrences of comparative forms in the Qur'an. Hasan means good, but ahsanu is better. Zalim means unjust. Adlamu means more unjust. Shadid means severe. Ashaddu means more severe. And notice that when we combine the two dals together, they become a shadda with a single dal. Ashaddu. Kathir means many. Aktharu means more, as in higher quantity. This is a special case. Khair itself means good, but khair also can be used as a comparative form as better when you say khairum min, for example. And now it's time for our very last set of words of the day. Dun can mean besides or instead of or other than. Hatta means until or to the point of. Law is used at the beginning of a sentence and it means if only, and suggesting some kind of regret. Ba'd means some or part of. And hal is a small word that goes at the front of a sentence that turns that sentence into a question. So now you're asking. Well, that wraps up all of our official lessons. We've got one more session in this series, which is going to be a translation practice, putting the stuff that we've learned all together. There's so many more things that there are about Arabic language and learning the Qur'an, but I've tried to keep it compact and focus on things that would be most common and most recurring for you. If you're really interested in learning more, please do look into more detailed learning resources because there's so much more depth you can get from all of what we've been doing. But we have one more session where we're going to practice what we're doing. Inshallah, we'll see you then.